Hey, pod people.
Hey guys, welcome back.
This is Bev.
And this is Diz.
And this is...
Trigger warning.
And Diz is in charge of all the things today.
I'm doing it all, guys. All of it.
I'm not even going to talk this time.
Yes, you are.
I'm just kidding. I always talk. I always run my mouth.
She's going to comment.
I'm going to comment, and I'm going to listen closely, and it's going to be fun.
It is. It's also not great.
Oh, are we going to have a fun, sad... just a sad one?
It's a true crime.
Okay.
And the main trigger warning is there's death involved.
There's death in a true crime?
Yeah, surprise.
Oh, surprise. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so for real, though, mainly it's just death.
Okay.
That's the main trigger warning.
Oh, okay.
As with most of our stories that we bring to you guys.
Yes.
So we're going to be talking about a serial killer.
Oh.
Ooh.
We've already done one. Well, you did one. The Long Island one.
Well, today I'm going to tell you about Carroll Edward Cole.
Oh. Last week we talked about coal in the stocking, and now we're talking about... Was that last week or the week before? Whatever.
I don't remember. I don't know.
I don't know how these things come out.
Yeah, we don't know anymore,
I just work here.
They just come out. We're like, yay.
Yay.
All right, so let's get into this,
Okay,
shall
do
we?
it. Let's do it.
Okay. Carroll Edward Cole was born May 9th, 1938 in Sioux City, Iowa.
I'm sorry that you share a birthday with that
I know.
fool.
That made me real sad.
Yeah.
So he had an older brother named Richard, and he had a little sister who was born like the next year. I couldn't find her name anywhere, so apparently she wasn't important.
Her name was Lil Sissa.
Yeah, Lil Sis. So they moved from Iowa to Richmond, California. His dad, okay. So his name is Carroll, the guy we're talking about, which most people, it's a female name, right?
Right, but I guess there are a lot of male names that are, or female names that are male names too.
Okay, well, get this. His dad,
His
name was Laverne.
Surely you're kidding. Laverne and Shirley's an old show. I'm old. Don't worry about it.
So his dad worked in a shipyard once they moved to California. And then right after that, he was drafted into World War II. So he was gone to fight in the war. While he's away, Carol's mom's, whose name is Vesta, don't know what's up in Iowa, but those are the names.
Strange fellows.
She is running around.
Oh, boy.
Having some affairs. And sometimes when she would go meet these men, she would bring Carroll along with her.
Oh, no.
And she threatened to beat him if he ever told his dad what was going on.
Okay.
So she was horrible. She dressed him like a girl. And was just emotionally, mentally mean to him. And physically. She would, like, twist his arm and stuff.
Hey, trigger abuse for,
Yeah,
trigger
sorry.
for child abuse.
I didn't even think about that. Okay, guys, trigger warning. We may be speaking a little bit about child abuse. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot that was in here. Anyway, so when he goes to school, he gets bullied because of his name. And it said that when he was around 7, he blacked out. Okay. Another trigger warning. Wow, there's a bunch and I forgot about it, you guys. Like torture of animals.
Oh, boy.
A serial killer.
Yeah.
It's not, we don't talk a whole lot about that.
Okay.
I'm literally getting ready to say something about it. He blacked out, and when he woke up, he had strangled their puppy.
Oh, my gosh.
Allegedly, that's what he says happened. So who knows? He was 7. Okay, so he's getting bullied. He's killing family pets. When he's 8, he is swimming in a nearby harbor with some boys, some that he knew from school, and one of the boys there was one of his main bullies. And so he's waiting. He waits for that boy to kind of be alone, and he ends up drowning him.
Oh, my.
He held his head under the water until he stopped moving, and he killed him. And he was 8.
He was 8 when he killed a person.
Yes. Now, no
A
one
whole
knew
ass
this is what
person.
happened. They just thought he had fallen in and drowned. They didn't know that Carroll had killed this kid. And actually, nobody knew that until he confessed, like, years later after, like, he was giving an interview kind of thing. And he's like, yeah, I killed that dude, whatever his name was. I don't even know if they gave the name. Yeah.
Holy crap.
So by 7 and 8, that's what's happening. Now, he has obviously told this story, and he said, quote, about this time of his life, he said, quote, I was primed. I had made the mental commitment I was going to get even with my mother, and things just built up and became an obsession. So that was by age 8.
That's really
terrifying.
Messed up.
That's terrifying.
That is really messed up.
All right. So at age 14, he apparently was tested, and his IQ was like 152. So he's very bright, but he got average to below average grades in school. And
because that would not show his mother. That wouldn't be vindictive toward his mother. No. Be like, I got good grades, Mommy. You did a great job raising me. Yeah, that would be the opposite.
Yeah.
Of showing his mother that she can't treat him that way.
Agreed.
So he was like, I'm going to be a bad kid and a bad grade maker, and that'll show you shouldn't run around with men.
And bring me with you.
Call me girl names.
And then I'm like, well, what did she do with the older brother and the sister? I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, was it she just taking him with her?
That's how I read it, yes.
Okay, I don't know.
Because she specifically was like, you can't tell your dad or I'll beat you, I'll whatever. And then she would take him home and like specifically said that she would like twist his arm and stuff like that. Because, he was a little kid at that point.
Right.
Like, because she had that power over him at that time. That's how she kept him in line as far as not telling. But also his dad wasn't around because he was fighting the war.
That's really messed up.
Okay, so his teen years aren't great. He is getting drunk. He's stealing stuff, nothing major.
No killing anybody yet?
No killing anybody.
Okay.
At least none that he told anyone. His junior year of high school, he drops out. And he joins, it's either the Army or the Navy. One source said Army, one said Navy. I'm not sure which. And then in 1958, he is dishonorably discharged for bad conduct because they suspected him of burglary and auto theft. And he'd also stolen some pistols from wherever it was he was stationed or whatever. So he was stealing pistols from the government.
Oh, they don't like their guns being taken.
No. So he ends up going back to his parents' house in Richmond, California. Mom is still not nice.
Mm-hmm.
She's not physically abusive to him because he's like a
bigger than her. Yeah.
Time. But she basically is like rubbing his nose at any of his failures. Like you couldn't even make it in the Army
or Navy or whatever.
Blah, blah, blah. So he works some odd jobs, and then it's like 1960. He's 22 at this time. And it begins.
Oh, boy.
He attacks 2 couples on Lover's Lane with a hammer. I don't believe he killed them. He gets 30 days on a work farm for assault with a deadly weapon. Okay, now this is 1960. So it's different than now. Because they had those work farms and stuff, but that's what he got.
30 days?
And this is in California, too, which is... I just was surprised that that's what would have been
30 days. That's 2 people, though.
Well, and it was 2 different couples, so that was 4 people.
So it was 30 days for all 4?
Yeah. He got 30 days, period, for this.
For a hammer.
For a hammer.
He could have killed... Oh, my gosh.
Which is aggravated assault, which is a felony.
That is messed up.
So
was it a felony at that time? It doesn't matter. It was with a hammer.
It's with a
That's messed up.
I don't know. Okay, so then next year, in 1961, he randomly flags down an officer one day and tells him about his violent fantasies of wanting to strangle women.
Okay. That officer got up that morning and was just like, here's my normal work day. And
Do you want to know what the officer suggests?
What did the officer suggest?
You should maybe check into a mental hospital.
Oh.
Which, yeah.
Yeah?
But that's it. So he's like, maybe I will. So he does. And over the next 3 years, he is in 3 different mental health hospitals. The first one he's in...
And each one, they're like, well, we must have cured him because he has not strangled anyone.
Well, listen to how long he stays in some of them.
Okay.
The first one is Napa State Hospital, and he was in there for 90 days.
Longer in there than he was in prison and jail for his...
assaulting those people with a hammer. Yeah. The official diagnosis they had, antisocial sociopath personality disturbance. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, he is a sociopath. Yeah. I get that.
He is disturbed.
He gets charged with the suggestion to get psychiatric services outside of the hospital, like on his own.
Right.
I'm sure he's going to do that.
Yeah, sure he'll follow up on that. He's really good at following through on things.
Afterwards, he served 6 months in jail for some sort of auto crime. And while he's serving this time, he requests mental health help. So they got to do something.
Right.
That way he'll actually get mental health help. Then he's sent to a Atascadero State Hospital. And here he's almost there a year. From October in 1961 all the way to September 1962. So I'm like, okay, that's a significant amount of time. So he was specifically sent there because of his, quote, sadistic and abnormal sexual tendencies.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to know what their diagnosis was?
Yeah.
Passive dependent personality with facade of independence and confusion concerning sexual identification.
That's a lot of words.
I don't know what that means. Crazy.
That's
crazy.
Hey, cry.
All right, so then in September, he is transferred to Stockton State Hospital. He's there for a couple of years. Fantastic.
Okay.
He was there from September 12th of 1961 until April 19th of 63.
Okay.
His official diagnosis, at first, it was schizophrenic reaction of the chronic undifferentiated type. And it was specifically noted that he feared the female figure and needed to kill them before he could have sexual relations with them.
Thanks a lot, Mom. That's all from Mom.
April 19th, he's released on what they called indefinite leave. I don't know. They specifically mentioned that. So within that next month, his mom actually buys him a ticket to go to Dallas, Texas. And he goes there because his brother Richard lives there. So he's living with him. Mid-July of that year, he attempts suicide by taking pills after he tries and fails to strangle a woman to death.
Oh my gosh.
Spends 4 days in a psych ward. And then, so that's July. Then that fall, like in November, he has met a girl. Okay, I don't know what these names are. Her name is Neville Wentworth.
Okay.
She goes by Billy.
Okay.
It is a female.
Yeah.
She was an alcoholic stripper.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that she was, quote, as neurotic and unstable as me. And their marriage was crazy, chaotic from both sides.
He married her.
He marries her.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. In November, he marries her.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how long they had known each other. So he's also an alcoholic by this time and had been for a long time. Side note on Billy, the alcoholic stripper wife. Her part-time employer at the time was Jack Ruby.
Oh, really?
And for people who don't know, so they get married in like mid-November, I think. On November 24th, Jack Ruby shoots Lee Harvey Oswald, who was the alleged shooter of John F. Kennedy, the president at the time. Thought that was really interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's the only thing that really comes up about him. But that was her employer. So he was, which I did know that he He had those kinds of businesses down there in Dallas.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so we're going to move on. It's like almost 2 years later. So we're in August of 1967 by now, and he is 27 years old.
Okay. Is he still married to Billy?
He is still married.
Okay.
However, he decides Billy is cheating. She's going and having sex with these men where they're living in this hotel. So he sets the hotel on fire.
Oh, well, that's what you do.
And then he gets arrested for arson, as he should.
Yes. Good Lord.
He's sentenced to 2 years and ends up getting out after only 9 months. So at this time, it's January 5th of 1967. And so he gets out and he just kind of starts drifting around. In April, a court in Oklahoma City fines him $20 for, quote, vagrancy by pimping, end quote. Don't know exactly what that means, but we can just...
Yeah.
We could just take a moment, because I was like, vagrancy by pimping?
Yeah.
Okay. And then April, the next month, okay, this is not a good thing. He is in Lake Ozark, Missouri, and he breaks into an 11-year-old girl's bedroom and tries to strangle her while she's asleep. She is like fighting him. She's able to kind of like scream out, and her parents come and save her, and she did not die. She was okay. He gets arrested, and at that point, he is facing like 10 years in prison.
Good.
The charge would have been felonious assault with intent to ravish, which I'm like, okay, this is not a romance novel over here.
No, but
you're not ravishing anything.
I guess that was supposed to be a euphemism, but
yeah, I don't know.
You know, just call it like it is.
So he ends up pleading guilty, but to a reduced charge. Would you like to know what the reduced charge is from?
What?
Assault with intent to kill is a reduced charge.
What?
Yes. Isn't that idiotic? I do not understand that at all.
I don't either.
Anyway. Okay. He gets a 5-year prison sentence. Okay? For assaulting the girl and everything. He gets out in 3 years.
Oh my gosh, he still got a reduced sentence too. Like, he still ended up getting less time, or serving less time.
So it's May 1st of 1970. He's 32. He'll be 33 in like a week at this point. He gets paroled. And he says instead of being better, he was even worse after he got out of prison. Okay? Because obviously it doesn't help.
Yeah.
He starts drifting again, ends up in San Diego, and then goes to Reno, Nevada. And then also in May, at the same time, in that same month, he tries to strangle 2 women. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. It's just unbelievable. 2 women he met in bars while he was in Reno, but both women were able to escape. That was May. In September, on September 19th, he actually surrenders to Reno police finally. Like, they get him. They hadn't been able to get him for that assault and stuff. And at that time, he confesses to his urges to murder women.
And they say, well, you might want to seek mental health help.
Because you want to know what he gets charged with, Beth? Do you want to know what he gets?
I want to know what he gets charged with.
Ultimately, the charge is disorderly conduct.
Disorderly conduct, because he tried to strangle 2 women.
It's because of the mental health thing. He gets committed to state hospital in Sparks, Nevada, like 4 days later. Okay.
But he's saying that he wants to murder women, and he tried to strangle 2 women, and he gets disorderly conduct and gets put in a mental health.
Yes. So this is in September that happens. He gets like put in the hospital on September 23rd.
I think he's playing the system.
Interesting you say that.
Because he also shows up and is like, please, oh my gosh, I have to confess, I feel so guilty because blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's funny how that always happens.
So he also is like, I'm drifting, and if I'm in a mental health place, then I'll get drugs and I'll get food and a cot.
Well, and this is 1970 and the 60s. They don't have computers where everyone can see where he's been and what he's gotten. So he's getting all the drugs he wants and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yep.
And if they're only keeping him for a few days,
Yeah.
great. He has a place to sleep, food, and he gets drugs.
Yeah, and he can pretend like after a little while that he's
he's
feeling
fine.
better, and he's like,
Until he gets
"Oh,
to the
thank
next
you so
place.
much for your help." And they don't share medical records, so they don't know. Nobody else knows.
So one of the doctors there, his name was Dr. Felix Peebles, diagnosed him with antisocial personality with alcoholism and compulsion. Oh my gosh. Compulsion to strangle and rape attractive women.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
I was like, okay, yeah. And then, so that was like in September still, but in October, the doctor changes his diagnosis to highly manipulative, uses difficulty with law and his threats of violence to get a place to stay when he doesn't have money.
Oh man, I called it.
You called it, girl. So at this point, he is discharged, given a bus ticket to LA, and then to San Diego. So like, here, get out. You faker. Although he really does need
no more cheese sandwiches for you.
At this point, he says he just gives up on trying to get help, which is scary too.
Yeah. Because he really does need it, but he also is not really trying to get help, though.
And what kind of help was it back in 1970?
Yeah.
And in the 60s? Like, it was so different then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anywho. All right, so we're going to move on to May 7th of 71.
Okay, and I'm going to ignore the fact that you just said anywho, because I hate that.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Anywho.
Oh, my gosh.
Why do you hate it so
I don't
much?
know.
We're
I
not
hate
gonna
it.
talk about that because we'll just sit here for an hour talking about anywho.
We will.
Anyways.
May, what time? What is this now?
May 7th of 1971.
Okay.
He meets and strangles Essie Louise Teeter Buck. She is 39. He ends up putting her body in the trunk of his car, keeps her there like overnight, and then actually like a day and something, because on his birthday, which is May 9th, which was like 2 days after, he's 33, he decides he's going to dispose of her body then.
So this is the first person he's actually killed since he was a child.
I believe so, yes.
Because
he's tried to...
strangle numerous people, and he tried to bludgeon the people with the hammer, but he hasn't killed anyone since he was a kid.
That is correct. That we know of.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
So 14 days later after this, he meets a woman named Wilma. That's all we know her as. Strangles her, and then buries her a couple of miles outside of a city called San Ysidro.
Mm-hmm.
The body / the grave has never been found. He told them where to find it, but they still have never been able to find it. Just an aside, because I was like, that's sad.
Do we know when he told them where to find it?
Because they interviewed him later on.
Mm-hmm. I'm just wondering if it was decades, if a house had been built there, or if it had been turned into a highway or something that or if he just straight up lied.
Well, he could have just been a freaking liar.
Yeah. Or maybe he just forgot where it was, or who knows.
Who knows? So at the end of May, he strangles another woman. We don't know who that was or anything. And then the next month, he ends up serving time for a DUI and theft. So good for that.
He has such a wide range of talents.
I know, it's kind of
theft, alcoholism, being a murderous asshole,
all the things.
Being a manipulative jerk, vagrancy by pimping, whatever the hell that means. I don't know. That is a strange...
It's weird.
Really strange, stupid term. I don't get it.
So I don't know exactly how long he was in jail or prison, but they specifically said in March of the next year of 72, he's released from prison. So I assume he was there for that long.
For the DUI and theft.
But that's more time than assaulting those two couples with the hammer before.
Yeah,
so
that's so weird.
So now we're going to move to spring of 72. He's in San Ysidro again, picks up 2 Hispanic women from a bar and takes them out for a ride. They're going to go just outside of town and drink some beer out there. One girl is like, oh, I gotta go to the loo, only she wouldn't have said loo.
Mm-hmm.
And while she's out in
relieving herself,
mm-hmm. He bludgeons the other woman to death. He likes hammers. I believe he used a hammer.
And
then when the other girl comes back, he strangles her and buries them both out in the desert somewhere. They've never been found either.
Wow.
So he accelerates quickly as far as how many he's...
Yeah, and how often he's doing it. He's basically just... It sounds like he's just kind of opportunistic. Like, if he can get somebody alone, he'll just...
Which is easy in, like, bars and stuff.
Yeah.
So now we're into the summer of the same year. He's officially turned 34. And he gets another DUI and goes to jail. Then he ends up meeting another alcoholic girl, and her name's Diana Paschal. She works in a bar, and they end up moving in together. They are both not loyal to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently that really irks him as far as her not being loyal to him.
Right.
And it ends up... It reminds him of his mother.
Oh,
But he doesn't do anything to her, and they actually end up getting married. He just be getting married right and left, you guys.
I wonder when July. He ever officially divorced the other lady.
I don't know that he ever did.
Probably didn't. Because the records and stuff were obviously not computerized, so I don't...
It's a different state.
Different state, yeah. They probably wouldn't have known.
Yeah, what matters?
Anyway, there was probably no way to find out.
I don't think there would, and he's not going to say anything.
Yeah.
So they get married in July, and he has turned 35 at this time. This is July of 73. The next July, it's their 1-year anniversary. He's 36. He celebrates their anniversary by running away with another woman.
Oh,
isn't that
as
nice?
One does.
Yes.
Yes.
Within the next month, he comes running back to Diana.
Mm-hmm.
She forgives him. They're like, oh, we need a fresh start. We got to do something. So they're like, oh, let's move to Las Vegas.
Okay. That's
spot.
Good. There's no temptation there. So
we're both
it'll be a nice way to keep our marriage nice and even.
So they go to Vegas. They're drinking, partying, doing their thing. He ends up getting a job transporting coins from airports to the casinos when they get their coins and stuff for the gamblings. And I'm like, that wouldn't happen now because of all of his history and everything. But back then,
but they didn't know all of his history.
As it is, he is a greedy punk.
All right.
And one day he just can't take it. He steals the entire shipment of coins,
of course,
and runs away to Wyoming.
Oh.
As one does.
As one does.
Out in the wide open Wyoming.
Yes.
He just leaves Diana in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Yon.
He doesn't need her. He's got coin. Lots of coins and a big old truck.
Lots of coins. He's like, I'm rich. I don't need someone hanging on to me.
Yeah.
Ball and chain.
Asking for coins to buy things.
Yeah. No, I'm not into that.
No.
It's mine.
It's my coins.
So in August of 1975, he's 37 at this time. It just amazes me how much he does in his life.
Yeah.
He meets Merlene T.P. Hammer. The names are fantastic.
Yeah.
They party. He strangles her.
Oh my gosh.
Leaves her wrapped up in a sleeping bag on this hillside. A few days later, her body is found. The next day, he's out of there. He's like, nope. Can't be staying in Wyoming anymore. He goes back to San Diego. So Diana's still in Vegas.
He still has the coins. How long ago? How far after the...
So let's see. He got the coins. Let me go back. August of 74. They probably long gone.
Oh.
This was the next year.
Okay.
They probably
he probably spent them all on booze and stuff.
So he goes back to San Diego and goes straight into a detox center. Great.
What? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool. I'm good with that. While he's in the detox center, He steals another patient's government check that they were getting. It was $1,500, which is a ton of money.
Yeah.
And he tries to cash it. So he ends up getting charged with mail theft, but he jumps bail. Then he's later on captured and charged with unlawful flight, which is eluding or whatever.
Right.
Great. And then in February of 1977, he actually gets sentenced to 1 year for that.
Okay.
The next month, he's paroled and goes back to Vegas as a federal fugitive, though, because he's not supposed to leave,
right.
Can't cross borders.
Can't leave the state when
so
you're
he's
paroled.
now a federal fugitive.
Okay.
So in May, he ends up meeting Kathleen Blum, who's 26. She's a prostitute. Strangles her to death.
Mm-hmm.
Mid-May, police find her body in some person's backyard. He just laid her in a
left
backyard.
her somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. He just did not care. In July, he is arrested for vehicle theft in northern Las Vegas. He makes bail. How is he getting bail? Period.
They're still not computerized enough to know his history.
1977.
Yeah.
He skips his September court date and makes his way to Oklahoma City.
Oh, good Lord. He's like, I still got 42 states left.
Now, Nevada law enforcement officials did not get a warrant on him until December, and he was long gone. So November of this year, of 1977, it's the night before Thanksgiving. He's at a topless bar, as one does at Thanksgiving time.
Yeah, things to be thankful for.
Meets a woman. They spend the night together. The next morning, he wakes up. She's dead in the bathtub. What the heck happened? Trigger warning. We are going to be talking about body part and hinting at cannibalism. Both feet and her right arm are severed, and the remnants of those body parts are in the refrigerator. A slice from her buttocks is in a skillet on the stove. He's like, well, shit. What am I going to do? So he gets a kitchen knife and a hacksaw and finishes dismembering her. Puts her parts in garbage bags, takes them to the dump, where they're most likely burned at this time, wherever the dump is. He's like, well, I'm going to go back to Oklahoma City now. Gets arrested for public intoxication. They run his fingerprints at this time and realize he's a wanted federal fugitive. Yay!
Okay, finally.
And a week later, he's on his way back to San Diego in chains.
Okay.
We like this.
This is for his violation of his parole for crossing state lines, right? Okay.
Right. Not for anything else that's happened since
This is just for parole violation.
Just for parole, because that's what they really care about. So in March of 1978, he gets 6 months plus 3 years probation. Then May 9th, he turns 40. Yay, him. It's his 40th.
He's only 40.
40, and he's done all of that.
Oh,
he's
my
been married
gosh.
11 times.
That is crazy.
They end up dismissing his bail jumping charges. And on June 16th of 1978, he's freed.
Wow.
He reunites with his wife, Diana, who he had left way back in Vegas. He hops from job to job for a while. He gets arrested for public intoxication and violation of probation in October and is released on a $2,000 bond because being drunk violates his probation. So that's the only reason. Then in November, he gets arrested on unknown charges, which are never actually reported to his probation officer. So they can't violate him for probation again and get him again because they don't know that he's done something. Okay, now it's 1979.
Oh my gosh.
It's March. He has a federal hearing and they continue his probation. So it is continued. He's still on probation. And he ends up getting a job working in an appliance store. And he's 41 at this time.
Okay.
In August of this year, he meets Bonnie Sue O'Neill at a local bar. She's 39. He takes her back to the appliance store because that's
hot stuff.
Hot stuff.
Because he's a playa.
They have the fun times together.
Mm-hmm.
Then he strangles her because he's like, done with you.
Yeah.
But he strangles her because she says she needs to call her husband.
Oh.
Which reminds him of his mother. And he gets pissed off and he strangles her to death and just kind of dumps her body behind the store.
Yeah.
Back behind it. That was August. We're going to move on into mid-September. He's back with Diana. They're arguing. He's like, Biatch. Kills her. This is his wife, Diana. Strangles her to death, wraps her in blankets, stuffs her in the closet of the house.
Nobody's going to know it was him.
8 days later, a neighbor sees him crawling under the house in the crawl space and calls police, be like, dude's under here, like, I don't know what's going on. Officers arrive, they find him digging a grave-sized hole under the house. They take him to a freaking detox center. I guess they have to, because I'm sure he's drunk and probably on drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And then her mother actually finds her body in the closet. And it's been there for a week.
Does he tell some bullshit story about how he found her dead or something?
I don't know what he says, but listen to this.
Okay.
He gets released and eludes police and ends up catching a bus to Vegas.
Are you serious right now?
I am so serious. I read it twice just to be sure I read it right. So like he's like gets out of the jail or out of the detox. They didn't arrest him. They took him to the detox center. And so when he's like trying to go back to that house, cops are everywhere, of course.
Right.
He sashays around them or whatever and then
skedaddles.
Gets on a bus to go to Vegas.
Oh my gosh.
Now, so he's like, they're going to get me. I cannot make this shit up, you guys. He didn't need to worry about Diana's death because the San Diego ME's office, when they did her autopsy, found that her blood alcohol content was 4 times the legal limit.
So they thought she
died of alcohol poisoning. Are you fucking kidding me? Pardon my language. I could not believe this.
Does the alcohol leave like bruises on your neck?
Right?
Or was she so decomposed?
Our minds literally thought the same thing at the same time.
I bet, because this was in San Diego?
Yes.
Heat.
Yeah. Hot,
in the
nasty.
Summer for 8 days. Yeah, maybe she was decomposed enough at that point that they couldn't see the bruising.
They wouldn't have those like strangulation markers as it were with the eyes and the all that. But I still couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that's still bull crap.
Lucky, you know what?
Because he had to have known she was in the house. So they had to have at least suspected that something was hinky, that he's crawling around in the crawl space, digging a grave for her,
hole.
And completely, like, drunk off his gourd.
I just don't understand. Like, officers...
Like, question that shit.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah. Question it.
I don't get it. So this is, like, mid-September. Right at the end of September, his federal probation officer issues a bench warrant on him. Mm-hmm. Hallelujah. They're trying to get him now. Not because of Diana, because that's nothing. She just drank too much.
Right. Of course. So
while they're issuing this warrant, he gets a job as a truck driver. He's picking up donations for local charities, like church charities, like
oh my gosh,
like secondhand items and toys and stuff for like people who need extra help and clothes and stuff. While he's doing this, he ends up meeting a lady, Marie Cushman. She's 50. They go to a room at the Casbah Hotel. He kills her and leaves her in the room. This was on November 3rd.
She probably trusted him because he was working for something that looked charitable.
Yeah.
She probably thought he was a good guy.
She's like, oh, so nice. The maids find her the next morning. And, okay. There were so many crazy things that helped him progressively continue to do this. Okay. Marie gets killed. The maid finds her. In an article in the Las Vegas Review-Journal, there were 2 suspects that were described as having something to do with her murder.
Okay.
The first one was described as a 50-year-old male with gray hair, and he was 5'2".
Okay.
The second one was a male in his 30s. They said Indian. I don't know if it's Native American. That is my guess since we are in Las Vegas and that area. 6 foot tall, short wavy black hair, driving a Chevy with California tags.
Okay.
Neither of these resembled him at all.
At all.
Okay, that's great. Great. Eyewitnesses. Love it.
Eyewitness testimony is notoriously incorrect.
So we're going to scoot on over to December. He ends up marrying a coworker in Las Vegas. And I don't remember if I even have her name, but he ends up taking her on a long-term honeymoon to Texas. Cool.
Well, that sounds fun.
So this is like mid-December.
Unless you're on like the Gulf Coast, that might be a nice honeymoon, but probably not.
But like, no, yeah. I don't know. Of course, they're from Las Vegas, so it's like desert hot, and a lot of Texas is as well. Okay, so January of 1980. It's now the new year.
Oh, yay.
They're on their honeymoon. He ends up getting pulled over, doesn't have a valid driver's license. And they do their little, however they run the names back then.
Mm-hmm.
And that federal bench warrant comes up.
Oh, my gosh.
Woo!
They're like, this guy has a bench warrant.
And he gets held longer because he's a, quote, persistent probation violator.
Oh, yes, he is.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. He's a persistent everything violator.
So he gets sent to a medical center for federal prisoners in Springfield, Missouri. And then in August, one of the doctors there, Dr. Miller, his report said there is no evidence of psychosis or neurosis in Mr. Cole. Diagnostically, he may be described as a character disorder. It is unlikely that major personality changes occurred. He does not appear motivated for any sort of treatment at this time. 2 months later, he's 43 at this time. He's released and is sent on a bus to Dallas. That's October 4th when he's released. By the end of the next month, the end of November, he has murdered 3 more women.
Oh my gosh.
He was almost ruled out as a suspect for one of them, but he was actually a suspect in the second killing and then was found at the scene of the third murder. But police were thinking that the victim died of natural causes. I don't know how. I don't know exactly what he was doing. So they had almost ruled him out. And so they're talking to him because he was there. And he confesses to all the killings he's done. Ever.
He just suddenly
He's just like, I did it.
I did it. I did it all.
Now, he claims he murdered 14 to 16 women in like the 9 years that he had been active. But they're thinking it could have been all the way up to 35.
Oh my God.
Right?
And there are so many times that he should have had longer prison sentences and stuff.
So many times. So it is now April 9th of 1981. He gets convicted of 3 murders.
We completely skipped his next birthday and yours.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's sentenced to life at Huntsville Prison. And then January of 84, this is 3 years later, his mom dies and he's told of her death. The next month, he gets extradited to Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
He gets tried and convicted for strangulation of 2 women in 1977 and 1979.
Okay.
And then October, he gets sentenced to death in Nevada.
Okay.
He is officially convicted of killing Kathleen Bloom, Marie Cushman, and then Sally Thompson, Dorothy King, and Wanda Roberts in Texas. Those were those last 3, I think. So it's November 6th then. He's 46 years old.
Oh my gosh.
He's not even 50 yet, you guys.
This is crazy.
He is transferred from Vegas to Nevada State Prison in Carson City. He gets his last meal, which if you guys are interested, I looked up. He had jumbo fried shrimp, French fries, salad with French dressing, and Boston clam chowder.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So on December 6th, 1985, it was a Thursday, at 2:10 a.m., Carroll Edward Cole becomes the first person to be executed by lethal injection in Nevada. It
Interesting.
had just become available that year.
Okay.
Shortly after his execution, they
woke him up and then they killed him again.
They took his brain out because he had given them permission to study his brain.
Okay.
They were looking for abnormalities and what caused him to be the way he was. They took it to the University of Nevada, Reno Medical School. I could not find what they found anywhere. Every time I would look, they're like, it's not actually available. I want to know if there was anything ever found. Now, he was at Nevada State Prison. This is a spooky side note, you guys.
Oh, boy.
Y'all know I like ghost stories and ghost hunting and all that.
When I get to Nevada, I'll probably run into this in my spooky state stories.
Yeah. Actually, you will. And I'm not going to really go into it, but the prison where he was executed, Nevada State Prison, is thought to be ridiculously haunted. There are 2 YouTuber groups that I love. One is called Project Fear. The other is Sam and Colby. They all do ghost hunting. Well, Project Fear ended up ghost hunting at this prison, and Sam and Colby are their guests.
Okay.
I'm not going to go into it because it might be whatever.
Was it like the crossover of your dreams?
It was actually really amazing, and I've watched it a few times.
That's cool.
Okay, I love them.
Well,
Highly recommend.
I'll just skip
Fear,
this one if I come across it. Though.
Do it though, because I'm not going into what they said at that place. We will have a link to that actual YouTube video in the show notes, you guys. Really think you should watch it. I love them. If you don't like them, don't tell me.
She says keep that bullshit to yourself.
All right, so Carroll Cole, his crimes spanned across 5 states. He had anywhere from 14 to 35 victims, and it was over a 30-year period. It was actually 33 years that he was active.
Longer if you count when he was 8 and killed that kid when he was swimming.
And how many times it should have been done. Period.
Yeah.
But that is all I've got, you guys. That is the story of Carroll Cole, the serial killer.
Holy crap.
Right?
You know, most of the time when you say that someone lived a full life, it's a good thing.
Right?
But holy shit, he did a lot.
Let's see, he was...
to live, like, within the short time he was around.
Yeah, so he was like 47 when he died. He didn't even make it to his 50th birthday.
Holy crap, dude.
Yeah.
I guess when you start killing at 8, but then when he actually, like, started really killing and was an adult, he was not even that young.
No.
He started
a lot in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
He was prolific. Isn't that the word they use?
Prolific. Yeah. Because when you watch, like, Criminal Minds, they always wait until the full moon or some bull crap like that. Yeah. But he was just like, hey, I picked up this girl at the bar, so I'm going to kill her.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like the women that he married, well, the first one, at least he didn't kill her. Diana just got on his nerves.
They just had a fight, and he was like, I'll kill her. It's fine.
I don't like her. She's getting on my nerves.
And then he got away with it, basically, because they were like, oh, she was drunk too hard.
Yeah. And she was in the closet for however long, so we can't tell what really happened other than she drank herself to death and put herself in a blanket in the closet.
Yeah.
What the heck? I don't understand.
I guess they figured he maybe found her and wrapped her up and was going to bury her. Because he was drunk and high or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
So
there was
stupid.
Just so many almost
And then
moments.
he, like, got sober because they forced him to, and then he left town.
Yeah.
Yeah, not sus at all.
Not sus. That's normal.
What
That's
a
everyone
weirdo.
Does. It was crazy. Yeah. I was just like, oh my gosh.
And then the one girl, like, he suddenly was like, I'll have a steak for Thanksgiving. A butt steak.
Yeah. But also, could I get a wing and a leg?
Yeah.
Or 2.
So weird.
It's gross. That creeps me out more than almost anything.
I can't handle that is not something I can handle.
And it's not something that he had done before that we are aware of either.
Yeah. Or after.
Maybe
apparently.
he was on bath salts. I don't know.
Maybe.
Did they have bath salts then? Maybe.
I don't know.
Bleach?
Maybe he got into something he shouldn't have, but
it was crazy.
So strange.
It was unreal, the things he did, the amount of times he did it and the number of times that he should have been caught
and he wasn't
in jail, prison forever, or whatever.
And if you think about it, if it was like 2 decades later and the computer equipment was a little more connected, like I'm not saying it was perfect in the late 80s and 90s and stuff like that, because there still was not exactly exact communication, but things were a little bit better, you know?
But the thing is, since I know so much about policing.
Yeah, because you're...
because that's what I do in my, as my alternate self. Back then, nobody wanted to share information with anyone. It was always, we're going to get the guy. So that hindered them more than anything anyway.
Yeah, true.
Now, with someone like this, especially if he's ever wanted for, like, killing someone, I think that might be different, but those petty things...
I mean, like, the warrants and stuff were usually kind of shared, I think.
Yeah.
Fingerprints were in databases.
Yeah.
I don't know when, like, the system was started that had how the crimes were done, like the modus operandi, like the
MO?
Yeah, the MOs, like how they were actually done and stuff so that they could kind of search.
Like, we had someone who
always strangled their victims, wrapped them in blankets, and left them in,
later.
I think that's a later on thing, but...
Like, maybe in the 90s.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But, I don't know, I just feel like if it was a little bit later on, maybe he might have been caught sooner, but maybe not. I don't know.
And he would have gotten, if nothing else, he would have stayed in that mental health place for prisoners probably forever.
Well, I mean, that freaking first thing where he bludgeoned those 2 couples with a hammer,
I know.
He would have gotten a lot more time.
A whole lot more. All right, guys, let us know what you think. Yeah, what do you think about this?
Tell us what you think about Carroll.
Oh, Carroll Edward Cole.
Oh, Carroll.
Carroll. What a name. That's crazy. And his brother's name was Richard.
Yeah. Richard's normal.
I think his mom wanted a girl after Richard. And she was crazy. And so she's like, that's Carroll. Because she married Laverne.
And she blamed him for not being a girl.
But then...
Or maybe she just knew he was evil when she saw him coming
sounds like
out of the crib.
A lot like her.
Maybe, yeah.
And I don't know what his dad was really like. They didn't talk a whole lot about him.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning, he was just gone for so long.
Yeah.
With the war, it's like he didn't have much to do with his upbringing as far as that goes. So,
right.
Anyway, all right, guys. Well, that is all we have today.
That's what we have.
Thanks for stopping by.
Weirdo.
Yeah.
I don't like that guy. And I don't like his puppy strangling either.
All right, guys. Go watch something funny or heartwarming or whatever.
Yeah. Go warm your hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chocolate helps, I hear.
That always helps.
Helps me.
All right. So we'll catch you next time.
All right, guys. Don't forget. Watch for deer.